We have heard learned counsel for the parties at length. The case of the plaintiff appellant herein primarily was that the original defendant and even his legal representatives were occupying the suit premises as gratuitous licenses upon termination whereof of the plaintiff was entitled to a decree for possession. While the trial court found that the defendants were tenants and not licenses as alleged by the plaintiff, the First Appellate Court had recorded a clear finding to the contrary, holding that the defendants were indeed occupying the premises as licenses whose license was validly terminated by the plaintiff. Whether or not the defendants were licenses as alleged by the plaintiff was essentially a question of fact and had to be answered on the basis of the evidence on record, which the First Appellate Court had reappraised to hold that the defendants were let into the suit property by the plaintiff on humanitarian grounds as gratuitous licenses. Absence of any rent not evidencing payment of rent or any other material or circumstance to suggest that the relationship between the parties was that of landlord and tenant evidently supported the conclusion of the First Appellate Court. That finding also negatived the defense of the defendants' respondents that they were occupying the premises as tenants, which assertion of the defendant respondent was held not proved by the First Appellate Court. There is no gainsaid that while considering the question whether the relationship between the parties was that of licensor and licensee as alleged by the plaintiff or landlord and tenant as asserted by the defendants. The First Appellate Court took into consideration the totality of the evidence on record with a view to finding out as to which of the two versions was factually correct. That doubtless was the correct approach to adopt in a suit based on an alleged license where the defendant's logical defense was bound to be that he is in occupation not as a licensee but as a tenant para. In that view, there was nothing special or novel about the plea raised in defense by the defendant's respondents. What is important is that the First Appellate Court on facts found that the defendants and even their predecessor were licenses in the premises which stood validly terminated. The High Court could not have interfered with that finding of fact on the ground that since the alternative case set up by the plaintiff in the plaint was contradictory to the primary case pleaded by him, he was entitled to relief even on proof of the primary case. That apart, the alternative plea of the plaintiff and the defense set up by the defendants was not different from each other. The only question that would fall for determination based on such a plea was whether the plaintiff had made out a case on the grounds permissible under the Rent Control Act, and adjudication on that aspect would become necessary only if the plaintiff did not succeed on the primary case set up by him. Stop.